The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, my Warpipers? Welcome back to another episode. We are diving into memories at video game conventions. The good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to get into it, and we asked you guys as well, and one of you delivered with fantastic reviews of all the conventions around that you've attended. Can't wait to hear your stories, guys. This is going to be a good episode. Of course, we got Rad and Bogus in here, and Dave challenged us again with Name That Quote. And if you guys are listening to this episode and you're going to be in South Carolina on your way to Southeast Game Exchange, come say hi. We're going to be there all weekend, and we're going to have a live panel on Saturday. All right, guys, without further ado, let's jump in the Warp Pipe and enjoy some nostalgia. Get amped up.
Get amped up.
With that coffee on.
It's tea.
Right?
It's tea, a little tea.
Sleeping.
Non-caffeinated tea.
Up for a decade.
Oh, God. It just saw
I don't know how you survived,
few
man.
hours ago.
Like, you're a stronger man than me.
If you guys don't know, I'm back off of, I did a 24-hour straight live stream on my channel. I started at 10 a.m. Monday and then concluded at 10 a.m. Tuesday. Now, I didn't play video games the entire time. I had a bunch of guests come over, which Dave was here, and he played some video games for a little bit. This allowed me to kind of mingle with the other people here. We had about 7 people over, so it ended up being like a party, essentially, a little get together. I had a couple tables set up. We had modding going on. My friend Ernie and Noah were here modding my N64. I had bought a board that puts out the RGB signal because I bought the HD Retrovision cables for that, and it doesn't work with all the N64, so you need this little mod chip. And I tried to do it, failed, and they had to fix my failure. He brought like this magnifying glass that would go over the board so you could see if there was any bridging on that. They were back at there, and it was a wild time to get that working, which we
Nice.
did finally get it working, which is going to be funny when I go to edit that video because I recorded myself soldering and doing this, and then it's going to cut, and it's going to be like, SpongeBob, like 3 days later, and then it's going to cut on. I have the GoPro here, and there's like 7 people in the room. I'm like, what's up? We're modding live.
Yeah.
Like the energy is going to be off the wall with that.
Nice.
We did find out, which I've never, obviously never done a 24-hour straight stream. YouTube doesn't save those. We found out.
Oh.
Like, I think only up to 10 hours, someone said they would save. I don't think in a few days it's going to give it to me. Someone said maybe they might split it up into do 2 12 hours. I don't know, just because it's so recent. Maybe it's still going through, but you can't watch the live stream again. So I did. Someone had brought that up while we were live streaming, so I ended up clipping one of the moments that we had at midnight. My buddy Mike Levy was over. He has the YouTube channel Dongold. He was playing Castlevania. He loves Castlevania. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. He was going through the game. He was at Dracula fighting him at 11:59 and was whipping him. And then he starts going up into flames. It turns midnight, and our friend Rax was hanging out here, and it was his birthday at midnight, and he's a big Castlevania fan, and we were just freaking jumping and cheering. It was like, what are the freaking odds and chances he would beat him exactly at midnight? Like, it turned midnight while Dracula was getting beaten.
Nice.
So that was definitely a highlight. Dave came over, left, and then came back. And then would you take off like at 2 a.m., I think?
All I know is that I was in bed at 3:03 a.m.
Okay.
That's very specific, I know, but
Just a normal night for you.
Yeah, so I probably left around what, like 2:30
maybe
ish, 2:30 ish.
Yeah.
Super fun though. What did you think of Ancient Dungeon?
Oh yeah, so like Dave was streaming that. It's a Zelda 1 ROM hack. Essentially, you're playing in the Zelda 1 engine, and you're in dungeon. But each room you go to, it randomizes, and you don't have all your weapons. Like, you have a sword, but you'll find a bow or the white sword or a heart container, and you die. you lose everything, you start back at the bottom, and then everything randomizes again, different rooms. And was there 250 rooms? You
There's
said
250 rooms, so you have to get through 250 rooms. But like Russ said, if you die, you start all over again. And it's funny. So the first time I played it while I was at Russ's, I ended up getting the white sword in like the 4th room,
oh
which was
yeah.
great. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was really good. But then, like, we played it again because I think I lost in like room 47 or something, and we started again. I didn't even get the white sword. I ended up getting the red. Yeah, the red candle,
Mm.
or it might have been the blue, and I did get the bow. And we did discover that the rupees were very important because eventually you'll get a guy that will sell you an item. So when I found the old man, he sold me the bow. So, and what's nice about it though is like you get the bow, you get the arrows, so that kind of one shot some of the characters or some of the villains, and
Yeah.
it's just super fun, like addicting, like it. I think Russ, what did you get up to, like 79?
I took a picture. I was like, I gotta show Dave because he went room 78. And he made it,
Nice.
and that was the
Yeah,
second time I played it only,
and
like
what's cool
ever.
about that, Russ? Show that again. Show that screen again. What you'll see on there is, you see those are all the items.
Mhm.
So at the end of the game, they will show you what items
So
you
I only
got
got
and
the
like what
bow. Yeah.
items you missed. So he only got the bow in 78 rooms, and there's 250 total rooms.
I
So
was
Wow.
like, man, I got the wooden sword. It was like
yeah,
I hope I could get the footage, but the run was epic because I had like half a heart container. It was going to be like one hit, and I was fighting like Pole's voice, and like it was like
yeah,
I'm like, I'm going to get hit, and I have no weapons, and they wouldn't drop any hearts. It'd be like, there's more rupees, more rupees. I'm like, I
yeah,
need a heart, and then
yeah,
like so many close calls because I was at like room 46, and I'm like, I want to get further than David, and then we like
yeah.
passed 50, and then I was like, oh okay, like yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's called The Legend of Zelda Ancient Dungeon. So if anyone wants to check it out, I know you could. It's a ROM hack, so you could definitely find it online. I had an actual physical gold uh NES
Cartridge.
cart that I
Hmm.
Oh,
picked
that's
up
cool.
in a clamshell case that I picked up from RetroWorld Expo. I think it was a couple of years ago now, and
Hmm.
I love it. It's really really good.
Ooh, maybe we'll
Nice.
be able to find one at Siege.
There might
we
be.
we kept bringing that up all night.
Oh
And
yeah,
Austin
yeah.
jumped into the live stream. He had the Southeast Game
Oh
Exchange
yeah.
YouTube channel,
Yeah.
so he was like checking in on us and say, hey, see you guys soon. So that was cool that he jumped in on there. I was trying to find my book. I had statistics when we started. I think when we started the live stream, I think I had 278 subscribers on the Rustly channel. I think
Yeah.
we ended with 358
Well,
or
when I
so.
logged in after you closed it off, you did
Mm.
hit 360.
Oh, okay.
So I think you
So
did
it
hit
was
360.
close to. I mean, maybe I got 80 subscribers through it, but hopefully we'll see that goes through. I did get 1,500 watch hours
Yeah.
through
Nice.
the live stream, so it
So
hasn't updated in like if you go to like monetization and there in my little progress bar
right.
to become monetized, but hopefully it stays. Someone was like, "Don't delete the video, even if you can't
Oh,
view
good
it, because then
call.
maybe
Yeah,
the watch hours would go away."
Yeah.
that's a good call. I don't.
Hmm.
Does YouTube do that when you delete videos?
Who knows?
Oh,
I'll call YouTube
whatever.
support and see.
Yeah.
Right. Good luck. Good luck.
So I have a question for you guys. We all leave in what? Well, Russ and I leave in about 12 hours. I mean, we are at Siege right now when this episode is coming out. So
So go to the panel room
do
and
we do we talk about all the things we're doing now, or do we wait until later in the episode to talk about it?
oh, like
At
what do you
Siege?
mean?
Of the things that we have planned, because we want everyone to come and see us. We do have a table.
Tell them about
We'll
it
just say
now.
it. Yeah, let's just
So they
do it
can
now.
pause the video, come
So
on
pause the
over,
video.
and
Yeah.
watch us
Right.
maybe
live.
they're driving on over to Siege right now. Who knows in the car?
Yeah.
Great
So
meow.
we will have a table. Come and see us. We have stickers and buttons and all good like swag. We printed out little prints that you can take with you. And we're also going to do a coloring contest. So we have prizes. We printed out the weekly Warp Pipe logo, as well as my Madball logo. And I'm bringing markers, crayons, everything. I want you guys to color it. And then all you got to do is drop it off to us, come to our panel. We're going to give out the prizes. We're going to have other YouTubers and fans of the channel kind of vote on it. So we'll keep a tally on that. And so it's going to be pretty fun. I wanted to involve the kids at Siege somehow. And I thought, I mean, even the adults too, they like to color, right? But I can't wait to see the interpretation of colors for the logos. And we definitely have to scan them in, and we'll post them on our socials and everything like that. I just think it's a really cool, fun little thing that we can do. So
dig it.
And then we're going to be shooting videos all day. So, we'll do some challenges, all the videos. We're there for 3 days. Russ and I leave well. Like I said, we're already past all of our hunting at this point.
About 10 hours.
Yeah. We're leaving in 10 hours from now, but when the time you hear this, we've already done all the hunting. But
let's talk about what we got.
Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah, let's just insert here.
Yeah. So come and see us. We do have a panel. Check the schedule that is at Siege and come and find us.
Nice.
If you're seeing this in time, because it is Saturday and maybe we already did it.
Well, if they're listening right when it drops at 9 a.m., they got some.
Do it. What time does Siege open on Saturday morning? Is it like 10? So there's no excuse. Yeah. There's no excuse for you guys not to be listening to at least the first hour.
Over.
Yeah, let's do it. Nice. Pretty cool.
Oh, I was going to say,
Keith? What's Keith up to?
Oh, what? Yeah, Keith did drop into the live stream too.
I did. I dropped in a couple times, but I then went to bed because I'm not a maniac like Russ, staying up. My question is, was there ever a moment during your 24 hours that you were like, this was a bad idea, I need to go to bed? Or did you make it all the way through pretty tough?
Sure. I said I dreaded, obviously, the last leg of it where you're rounding third, essentially, from like 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. I did use a little cheat, I would say, that I had set up where with the live stream, I had some gameplay of Gyromite, and Rob played Gyromite for about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And that allowed me to go shower and make breakfast and then come back up. And I did a little cold shower to kind of wake up. And then I had the fan on me, and I was just trying to I was starting to get a little loopy, and I'm like, I'm gonna play some Killer Instinct because it's got some banging music and it's gonna keep me going. And we were playing Dr. Mario, and I was just kind of zoning out, and I was like, this is too much to make these many decisions. I was like, I need a chiller game. And I was like, I don't know if I'll make it. But then we had an hour left, 20 minutes left. And I'm like, and then Tom Ryan's like, go to 11 o'clock. I'm like,
What was that movie? There's a movie, I can picture it in my head, but I can't think of the title of it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what is it?
Batman Returns.
It's not Batman Returns.
Russ saw that coming.
I was like, I wish I had.
I saw that.
I saw that.
He's tired, but he saw it coming.
The Magic Dragon. I'm like, I wish I had Batman Returns somewhere close.
So it's a movie, and there was a scene where I don't know if it was like Ocean's 11, maybe, where they had to get through some heist, and what they did was they ended up taking the video footage and kind of looping it.
Yeah.
So it looked like they were
inside the vault. It was like
yeah. So it's like you should have totally did that.
Because I didn't want to. I was gonna record myself playing a game, like a let's play, like a 15-minute let's play, and loop it and then put it on there. But I said, if someone comes into the stream and maybe they do something in the chat and I'm non-responsive to that, I feel like that's rude.
Right.
So it's like, if it's Rob, then it's like, oh, okay. And I had a little note that said, BRB, Rob's gonna take over the stream. And I would have liked to had some commentary with Rob talking.
Yeah.
But it was just him moving. I did have him moving, and then you see the gameplay going.
Well,
so I thought it was a workaround.
you save that until the next 24-hour live stream.
Yeah, I mean, I put together quite a bit for the stream with like gimmicks and this and that, and setting up the room. And
Yeah, it
someone
was
mentioned, hey, we should do this yearly or bi-yearly. And I had already texted the wife. The reason it did go down is because the wife is in California with my daughter. They went out to see her sister, so I'm alone in the house. So I was like, oh, this is perfect timing. We could be as loud as we want at 2 a.m. I could be screaming, jumping on the couch, whatever. I'm here alone, and this will work out. So I had people come out throughout the whole night. So she said in the future, yeah, we could work something out to do it again. So whether we do it twice a year or something, could be cool.
But let me tell you something, Keith, about like as soon as you walk into the house. So Russ was so gracious to give us the code to get into the house. So we were able to just walk in while they were all upstairs kind of doing their thing. And as you walk in, there's a table. And there's a table that says, welcome to the live stream. And he's got stickers and pins and all this other stuff. And he's like, oh, take some. And then they're like, oh, there's the fridge over there. Take some drinks. And then even upstairs, he's got these little like 4x6 frames with, there it is. Yeah. He's got these little
Nice.
4x6 frames about like with like hashtags and like all this other stuff.
I
Like
tried to
all
make it like
around
an
the room.
event. Yeah,
It was an event.
it was like,
So it
please
was
tag me if you shoot any video, to hype the live stream up. Tag me and tell people to come into the stream. It was like,
Just
so it
invite
was like
strangers in.
it was like retro RussCon.
and then everyone that
Nice.
came usually I have so much snacks and candy, like gummy
Yeah.
things, and oh my god, so many people
Oh,
brought snacks.
could we shout out Cruz? Cruz gave you a gift.
Dude,
You got that
I
gift
showed
right
up.
there?
Yeah, I didn't even say. I knew he was coming. He showed up. I'm playing a video game, and then he was like, "Oh, hey, I got you this gift." I was like, "Yo, what is this? So awesome! This is like a Mario decal sheet
Oh,
from
nice.
I think 1989, and it is double-sided there, and it's
Nice. That's
got
cool.
Mario with the cowboy outfit with the hammer. And this one, a lot of people probably would recognize. They did have a clock like
Yeah.
with this face on it in I think Nintendo Power Magazine. Birdo's on there. Very awesome. I was like, this is cool. I almost want to put it on a like a string so it can like rotate.
And look,
Yeah.
I have that little figure that's right up there on top on the back.
Oh, let's see on the back here.
Look
Oh
on the
yeah.
other side. Yeah, right
Yeah.
there on the top. The little PVC guy.
Nice.
Sweet.
Same
But yeah,
guy.
Cruz is with us at Siege as we speak too, so make sure you find him as well.
Indeed, indeed.
You guys ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Our special
well.
Siege episode, I guess.
All right, so we're gonna jump into our warp pipe rental here. We pick a movie or a game every week, and we check it out. You can rent it along with us, and let us know what you think. Russ, check it out.
Let's head to the video store, grab a game for the weekend. We have the box art and description to guide us when we're choosing what game to rent. So grab your rental card, because this is the Warp Pipe Rental.
What game you rent for the weekend?
All right. This week we hit up the rental store to get none other the classic on Super Nintendo, Mega Man X. This box art here, fantastic. I love the gradient on the Mega Man X font. It's got this blue to yellow with some green in it. It really pops off the background. Looks like he's in the underwater level, probably in Launch Octopus's stage there, because you see him in the background. Looks like he has his full Mega Man X armor on, looking awesome. A little bit different than Mega Man. This is like an upgrade. You're on Super Nintendo, so everything's got to be a little bit more super. So seeing this box art, I was like, oh man, this game's gonna be freaking sweet. I will say, funny enough, on the live stream, we did not play Mega Man X at all. That was not one of the games.
Total missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I do like on the box art too, if you show it again, how he's coming out of the frame as well. So
Right, his foot's like stepping out of that border there.
Yeah, so it's kind of giving depth to it.
Yeah.
Really cool.
But I did live stream this and Mega Man X2 this year. So I had played through both games there. So I do have somewhat fresh in my mind here to get into.
Yeah.
it there. But excellent rental title because it's got the password system, right? You don't have to worry about someone saving over your game and be like, oh, I got to start over again. You can write down your own password to it. You're gonna have to get that grid thing going on again, of course. But this way, it makes it good for a rental title for sure.
Yeah.
No, this is a good one.
So what do you think, Keith?
I think it's awesome. I like that it's like a spin-off. It feels like it's a little bit easier than like the NES ones we saw. So when I
Okay.
get into it, I'm like, okay, this is maybe a little more manageable for me personally, because the NES ones kick my butt all the time. I like that what you do in one level, like how the levels kind of interact. Like if you
Right.
get like Chill Penguins level,
Mhm.
then Flame Mammoths levels kind of frozen over.
Mm-hmm.
I think
And
that's
I
cool.
forget.
Yeah.
And there was something with like draining the water, and you go to like whatever one. It's like, oh, okay, now I can get this heart container because it's gives you opportunity to go back to the level again and play it. Be like, now I can access here. So that was really neat.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's
And
cool.
there's
I like.
also more. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Keith. I didn't
Go
mean to
ahead.
interrupt.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna
Let me hear it.
say, like, there's more story to it too. So there's more of like the cut scenes of uh text telling the story as you're progressing, and um there's a lot more controls as well. Like there's more options. You got like that wall slide,
Yeah.
and then you
Mhm.
got the you know what, one thing that actually reminded me of another game in this is, when you're powering up your blaster, the
Yeah.
sound it makes
Okay.
with the music. Tell me it doesn't remind you of F-Zero.
Oh, true. If you're just holding it
Okay.
and you're
Yeah.
running, and it's like, wah, 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 wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of F-Zero. It like almost sounds like the exact same as a car accelerating on the track.
Yeah.
I will
I
say
like
this
that you
this
can
is the
power
only
'em up.
game is the only game that has an intro level. You play an intro level. That's how it starts.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
You
So
get
it
to
kind
meet
of
the
gives you
characters.
meet the
Mhm.
characters, the controls. So it's a
Mhm.
tutorial level as well. It's like,
Yep.
oh hey, you can't make this ditch, so you fall down and you're like, oh, I can wall jump. Like I'm in this
Yeah.
ditch. You're like, oh, that's a
Right.
power up. Cool.
Yeah. It's sweet.
Oh, yeah, I think it's great. It's one of the more enjoyable Mega Mans in my opinion. For me to
Hmm.
play through. Like I love Mega Man 3, my all-time
Mhm.
favorite Mega Man 1 on the NES. 2 is great too. But this one, I really enjoy it. I like it's kind of a spin-off to that franchise we got on the NES. I like that they went that direction with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an enjoyable game. I like
Yeah.
that we get, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily's last creations in it too,
Did you
right?
guys play this growing up, or it is like when did you guys first play this game?
No, I never played it growing up.
No. What about you, Russ?
So if I have a short story of that. Got this game, played it, and on weekends, a lot of times I would go to my grandparents, and my friend Sean would live near my grandparents, so I can walk over to his place, and we would play video games together. And we came across the idea one day where, hey, we could hook a VCR up to our Super Nintendo and
Mm.
record gameplay.
Yeah.
And so we recorded a full playthrough of Mega Man X, and I have that tape still, that VHS tape. Uh,
Wow.
it's just
That's
obviously
cool.
the gameplay of it,
Yeah.
but we were so excited, like, hey, I could play straight through this. It shows me dying a bunch at the end at Sigma, but we eventually prevail. And I was like,
Nice.
oh, it's so cool to have that. And the the paths that you choose to attack, like we were saying,
Mhm.
so neat, so awesome to play it and go back to it. And like you said, it's on Super Nintendo. It's a little bit more than the regular Mega Mans, and stood
Yeah.
out for that reason. I did never play Mega Man X2 or 3 till later years. I don't know why it wasn't on, my radar back in the day. They're like, oh, they made another one. Like I enjoyed the first one so much. No clue
Yeah.
why I didn't ever see those. Maybe I was just all right. We're on to the next thing. Maybe I had PS2 by then or something.
Yeah. Who
What did you
knows,
guys
right?
think of the music for this one? Because Mega Man's like notorious for like the
Yeah,
greatest music, right?
I would say I enjoyed it. I don't know if a lot of people love it.
It's
I
good.
enjoyed it for sure. I
mhm,
don't think it's quite some of the earlier Mega Mans
No, I
on
okay,
agree
the NES,
with you. I agree.
but it's still good. I mean, it's a Mega
Yeah.
Man game, so
I even like the password screen song is like a nice jam, upbeat music, and you're just like, maybe you're writing the password down and it takes a while, and you're just hearing this loop. It's a fairly short loop. Like, this isn't that annoying. It can stay on.
Yeah.
It's not as annoying as the Zelda
Oh yeah.
that Dave left on for like
Yeah.
5 minutes straight where we're trying to talk, and it's the shortest.
Well, it's because because I mean, even when you're playing the game, though, I mean, it's like 80 levels you get into it, and the cool thing about that game, though, you got to admit, though, is you're able to switch, even though it takes place in a dungeon. And I know we're getting off topic, but you're in a dungeon, but you can actually listen to the overworld music as well.
Okay.
So you could listen to like when you're kind of going through the woods and stuff. So, but anyway, back to Mega Man X. Let's talk about
it kind of sounds like we have a future rental on our hands.
it. Could be, yeah. I mean, if you can get access to it, Keith, we got to find it at Siege.
Yep. Do it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, well, you play games on like you download games and stuff too, so you know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, what do we rate in this?
I feel like it's got to be a 5 out of 5 for me.
Okay.
I think it's a classic one. Say 4.5.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay. 4.5 for sure. It's not my favorite Mega Man game, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4 because it's not my favorite Mega Man game. Also, there's other games that have better music, in my opinion. So I figured like other Mega Man games, yes.
Okay.
So I feel that giving it a 5 to be on par with those is unfair. So I'm gonna go with a 4.
Right. Pretty overall solid rating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
Do we have any comments or anything? Nothing?
No, because since we were recording this so early, we didn't give them so much time to jump in on it. But you certainly can leave a comment here if you're watching the YouTube video of your thoughts of Mega Man X on Super Nintendo. And if you
come see us at Siege and let us know.
Tell us in person. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you do want to jump in on next week's rental, I'm going to be renting a movie this week, Double Dragon, a movie based on a video game. It has been quite some time since I seen this. This came out in the 90s, I believe, maybe late 90s. I don't know.
Yep.
But it'd be an interesting one to go back to. Billy and Jimmy Lee, two halves of an ancient puzzle, are the only hope.
And there's a tie-in with this movie for next week's topic.
Interesting.
Oh,
fair enough.
Interesting. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right. Let's do it. Let's get them.
Hey, I bet you can't name that quote.
All righty, guys. Now, it is Saturday when you're listening to this. So if the panel hasn't happened yet, make sure you go to the panel at Siege because we're doing some live Name That quotes. For you guys, though, today, I'm going sci-fi 80s.
That's weird because Batman's Returns is not a sci-fi movie.
Not a sci-fi movie at all.
Or is it?
Is it the Predator?
I don't know.
The Predator Returns.
The
Predator. It's the Predator versus Jason. The ultimate
sci-fi
battle.
80s. I mean, put your interpretation on that however you want.
Fair enough.
So, okay, I know Russ hates that. So,
he had to prepare himself. That in post. Motorcycle revving.
Okay, are we ready for number 1, guys? Let's go. This is from 1985. Sci-fi 80s movies. You had to be big shots, didn't you? You had to show off. When are you going to learn that people will like you for who you are, not for what you can give them? Well, in a race for power and glory, you forgot one small detail. Name that quote.
We're never going to know the detail either, too. Leave us hanging on that.
Right?
I'll tell you what the detail is. The detail would give it away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nothing's coming to mind with this right now.
I feel like I know it. I'm gonna need
Yeah?
to hear it, but I
You
feel
hear
like
it?
Okay.
I'm not sure. I can't even place a movie, but when I hear it,
Okay.
maybe.
You had to be big shots, didn't you? You had to show off. When are you going to learn people like you for what you are, not for what you can give them?
So weird.
It's almost like a
In your
British
race
woman.
for power and glory, you forgot one small detail.
Bonus points if you can name the detail.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
not
trying
ringing
to
a bell for
science what
me.
it could be.
Yeah.
So that's
trying to
not what
science
you
what it
thought
could
it
be.
was?
Is it weird science?
It is.
Nice.
Oh,
Ding, 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 ding,
yeah.
ding.
That is Lisa in Weird Science. Now, can you name the small detail she's talking about? Do you know what this quote is in reference to?
No.
Well, at this point, they've destroyed the house, right? The bikers were there.
Yeah.
They wore their bathing suits in the shower.
Right. Yeah.
Idiots. I can't. No, having
Okay.
friends or something or whatever it
This
is.
this is the point of the movie where they had other guys say, "Hey, can you make us a girl too?"
Mm.
So she came in and said, "You had to be big shots. You had to, do this. You forgot one small detail. What was that small detail? They forgot to hook up the doll.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
yeah.
So they had to have a little like Barbie doll or something and hook it up to the machine so they can make the real life version.
Right,
So
right.
there you
So
go.
they didn't
So
hook it.
that was the small detail.
Fair
Hmm.
enough.
All right. Nice job, Keith. All right. Let me see. Okay. Number 2 is from 1989. Now this one is science fiction. Don't take it so literal, but it's very like, yeah, there's there's science in it. I'll tell them after a big bee ate my brother, you smacked me around. No jury in the world would fail to convict you.
A big bee ate my brother? Oh, okay. Okay. I got the only one direction I think I could see in this then.
Okay.
You want to play it? Here we go.
So after Big B ate my brother, you smacked me around. No jury in the world would fail to convict you.
I'm going to go with a guess. Is
Okay.
it Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
That is correct.
Ooh,
But now, who is the kid's name? I bet you can't
softball
name that.
player.
Ah, gosh, I don't know. Probably haven't seen that since it came out.
Barry.
Barry?
That was Ron Thompson.
Okay.
He was the neighbor. He was also in the movie Big with Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Fun fact.
He was his best friend. All right, 2 for 2. Very good. I
Yeah.
didn't think that one would be that hard because there's like little bits of,
Mhm.
like
Right. I'm like,
a
what's
big
a
beat.
shrinking movie that came out? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Right.
Small.
Okay. All right. Number 3, final one, science fiction, 1980s. I must congratulate you on your virtuoso performance, my boy. Centauri is impressed. I've seen him come, I've seen him go. But you're the best, my boy. Dazzling. Light years ahead of competition. Centauri's got a little proposition for you. Are you interested?
I don't know what Centauri is. That probably would give it away. The company, or
Like
something, or a person.
it's gonna be the last thing I think of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Let's
What do we
hear
got
it.
here?
I must congratulate you on your virtuoso performance, my boy. Centauri is impressed. I've seen him come and I've seen him go, but you're the best, my boy. Dazzling. Light years ahead of the competition, which is why Centauri is here. He's got a little proposition for you. Interested?
It's such a
Okay,
good
okay.
quote, though.
It's
Like,
such. There's better. I mean,
it's-
there's better quotes in that movie, but it's such a good quote.
But it's so like science fiction-y with the music, and we're probably gonna get flagged, but I didn't care.
I mean, if I did travel halfway across the galaxy and then to get killed with a giant iguana, I could see it being a problem. You know what it
Do
is,
you know
Russ?
what, Russ?
The only guess I would think is it the last Starfighter.
What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, it's Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter. Congratulations.
That's one of. I think that's better than Star Wars. I said it. I said it out loud.
I got to go back to it because it's been a while since I'd seen that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
And then I
It's
was
one of
also
the first
watching.
movies that they used like 3D graphics in
Okay.
the spaceships and stuff. It's one of the first ones they ever did that in.
Yeah, this is 1984. So this is early 80s too. So it's a
Great
good
movie.
one. It's a good one. So
I always
the
wanted
question
that
to you,
happen to me.
am I going hard on you guys and the crowd at Siege, or am I going to take it easy on you?
Well, you threw us some softballs tonight, so I feel like we're in trouble at Siege.
Get to the panel and find out.
We'll have a bonus helper because Jay will be with us as well.
Jay will be with us. So there you go.
Well, some good ones, David.
Good job, guys. Congratulations.
Name that quote.
Ooh, so we're jumping into Rad or Bogus, which we will also be doing at Siege. We're going to pick a topic. Each one of us is going to have one topic, two different things. One of them stays. One of them is Bogus, gone forever. Go ahead, Russ.
Bogus. Who's going first? I can't go first on this one.
You can't go first?
I can't. We're going to have a discussion about mine.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I went easy on you guys for name that quote. I am not going easy on you on this
one. I gotta look up one. I got my little notes here.
So Keith, why don't you go first?
I'll go, and I wasn't sure what direction to go with this. This is going to be difficult. I don't know if I go two different ones or if I just do with what I was originally thinking. So you know what? We're just going to do what we're originally thinking. Oh, this is going to be so bad. Mario or Luigi? Yeah.
Well, if there's no Mario, there's no Super Mario Brothers.
Unless it's Luigi instead.
Someone's got to step up and run the family business.
Right? There needs to be a plumber of choice.
I can tell you who our friend Eric would choose. Our friend
I
Eric
know
from
who our
Retro
friend Eric
Gaming
would choose.
Pandemic.
But he's not on the podcast.
Because he hates Mario.
Yeah. Oh man. Tuffy. The Tuffy. I did really appreciate the Super Luigi Brothers game on the Wii U.
Yeah,
I did really appreciate that. That's a really good game because I liked how fast it was and everything like that.
Just as fast as David left us.
The suspense
pops out.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Oh,
Last time we didn't have any technical difficulties.
That's true.
That's true.
We just need Bryce on all the time. Just keep us.
Yeah.
He's the glue that holds us together.
We do need Bryce. Yes. Oh man. What are you thinking, Russ? Oh, he puts it on me.
Puts it on you. Yeah, we just want to hear your thoughts, Dave. I mean, I'm probably going towards Mario. Just
right.
Otherwise, that tattoo of yours is going to have a green hat on it.
I know.
I'm probably going Mario. Okay, you know what? That sleeve's getting shorter and shorter.
Right? Just keep trimming it, eh?
He's gonna start doing that thing from remember Overboard? Remember the movie Overboard with
I remember the song "Man Overboard" by Blink-182 though.
So Kurt Russell, he used to take his he used to have the sleeveless shirts and he used to hold it in like this and go like this.
Oh.
It was really weird. It's an Overboard, and I can just imagine Russ doing that, bringing the insides like this, and then just going like this.
I'm gonna remember that for all the video shooting this weekend.
I feel like he's gonna be doing that going forward. I'll also go with Mario. It'll break my heart because I love Luigi. Luigi's always my pick.
I do wish that they had more faith in Luigi to have more games like Super Luigi. Why does he just get the mansion game. That's all he can get.
I
Like,
would
right?
love to see more with him.
Yeah.
But
Are there
I'm
any
just
other
like,
games with him?
other than the party games and sports games, like he's part of all that, but he never
Mario's
mainlines a game.
missing. I
But
think
he's not main.
leading that
Oh,
one.
yeah. Okay.
He's trying to find Mario, but
Right.
he's
And
only in a
the-
handful of games. Like he doesn't have many titles that are him.
Right. The new Super Luigi Brothers for Wii U, that was really fun because they were like 30-second levels. And so it was basically like a speed run game.
Nice.
So I really enjoyed that one. All right, Russ, what do you got for us?
This might be an easy one, but
Okay.
McDonald's Happy Meals or Burger King's Kids Meals?
Oh. The kids,
you got your kids club.
For me, it depends on
Yeah, are you comparing food? Are you comparing toys that come in
exactly.
There's quite a bit to go.
Because I prefer
putting up
Burger
against.
King food.
I can see. Yeah, I mean, I do like their burgers. They're straight burgers with that flame broiledness on there. You can also get a crown while you're there. You don't have any McDonald's cap or McDonald afro that you would get.
You know what I
The
do
King of
miss
the
from
King of
the
the
Burger
Castle.
King when we were growing up? They
Okay.
had different chicken tenders. They were a lot different than they are now. They were like strips with like a little bit more seasoning on it, and I would prefer those over chicken McNuggets as well. So it's a matter of like, do I sacrifice the toys? And if we sacrifice the toys, we have no Super Mario Brothers 3 toys.
Right?
We don't have, there's so many.
There's so many good ones.
But if you get rid of Burger King, you're getting rid of Kid Vid and all of those characters.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a tough one. Like, do you balance for food or do you balance for toys?
And I think they had a lot of watches at Burger King, right? Was Burger King like Simpsons watches and stuff like that? I want to say yes.
Was Burger
Or
King
so they released the Simpson toys, like the Treehouse of Terror toys and all that.
right? And who had the Beetlejuice toys? I think that was
I
that
think
Burger
that was
King
Burger
as well.
King as well. I think so.
And Barnyard Commandos, the cuffs,
Was that Burger King?
right?
I'm leaning towards Burger King.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to throw all of our Super Mario Brothers 3 toys out the window.
Not me. Not me at all. I'm a kid. I'm literally licking doorknobs at that age. I'll eat dirt. I'll eat whatever.
Okay.
I don't care. It could be a half of a Happy Meal burger that I dropped on the floor. I'm still gonna eat it. I'm 8 years old. But if I'm gonna get the Fraggle Rock car Happy
Yeah.
Meal toy,
Yep. Yep.
I'm getting that toy. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna get some of the Hot Wheels stuff,
Mhm.
Oh.
so many those I showed those the other day. Remember those? Where those cars were the
Yeah.
Attack
Yep.
Pack
The
ones.
yep.
Those
Attack
were
Pack,
Yep.
yeah.
McDonald's.
Mhm.
There's
Oh.
so many great McDonald's toys out there. Like just
You know.
they're top
You
tier.
know what? You know what it also gets rid of? McNugget buddies.
Oh, they're so cool. Now I want McNugget buddies.
Oh man.
I'm
Okay.
going McDonald's.
You
I
go
didn't eat a lot
McDonald's.
of Burger King as a kid.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the thing. When we went to the city to see my grandma, we
Mhm.
would go to McDonald's on the way out, and we'd always get the toy on the way out. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we'd
Yeah.
go twice, 2, 3 times a month. I'd get a toy, and that's what
You're
I remember.
also
I don't remember the food at all.
Okay.
you're
I
also
remember the
getting
toys.
rid of the Halloween buckets.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's did have that. Yeah, if you choose Burger
Yeah.
King. And I'll jump in with mine and I'll choose McDonald's as well. I feel like also packaging, the Happy Meal box was
Yeah.
so awesome. Whereas
Yeah.
wasn't Burger King just a bag? Didn't it just come in a
Yes.
bag? I can't remember. You didn't get a
Yeah.
special thing. Like you got the toy. There were activities, I think, on the bag, but it was just a paper bag. Whereas you got this nice cardboard thing that you can use as like display that came with McDonald's. And they had the cool Transformer like hotcakes and sausage and McNugget, like dinosaur, like those things are cool. That's like
Oh, they're so
Yeah.
cool.
to have like your own brand of Transformer type thing with the restaurant. I think that was pretty cool. So
All right. I guess we're going Mickey D's.
Mickey D's.
But it is a hard choice because as an adult, I'm taking Burger King over McDonald's any day. Oh, what's Keith got? Oh, there you go, McKids. Does
Right?
Keith have the same thing? Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got the toys.
Yeah.
The Goomba.
Yeah.
Oh, and the jumping Koopa Troopa
Jumper Koopa
Yeah.
Troopa.
and the Luigi. My buddy
Yeah, on the
Luigi
cloud.
that we just got
Well,
rid
no,
of.
throw that out the window. He no longer
He's
exists.
just gonna ride his cloud on out of here. I have a question for you guys because you guys
All right.
both have kids. Russ,
Yes.
Gwen's a little younger. Nowadays,
Yeah.
Happy Meal toys or Burger King kids meals. These kids meals that are out there, the toys aren't. They're not these anymore.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They're nowhere near as cool, right?
Some are.
Are they? Because
Some
obviously,
are.
I don't partake in the kids meals anymore.
The Sonic
Um,
the Hedgehog toys were like little carts like with wheels and stuff.
Yeah.
They also just had Elio toys that came out for the new Pixar movie, which are like little things where you attach a figure to something and then you squeeze it and it like jets. I feel like the animated movies that they do toys for are really good. But
Okay.
then like you'll get these transitional things where for Pokemon or something, and then they'll put in, or I think they did one for Cartoon Network where they would just do this coloring page poster, which isn't really that cool because like all it is a poster and like they might give you a couple crayons or something.
Hmm.
But
I
for
imagine
the
you
most,
got that at like a con. Something would be so
yeah, for the most part, I mean,
lame.
I don't think the toys are. I think some of them. I would say
Yeah.
some of them. I know
I
Russ,
haven't-
Like, they're not to the caliber that they used to
Right.
be, right?
Because I've gotten a few Happy Meals. She has no clue, like, hey, you get a toy, this and that.
Yeah.
We had gotten one where it came with some type of like Pokemon thing, and I was like, she's not gonna know what this is, but she likes the food. So maybe when she gets a little bit older, and when I'm getting McDonald's myself, I'm kind of peeking. Oh, what is the Happy Meal toy? It's kind of
Right.
interesting. They did do didn't they do something with Mario Kart fairly recently? That's what we did get. They were little
Right.
Mario Kart cars where you can kind of swap them out between the carts. So we did get a Princess Peach and a Mario.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, and they also
Well, that's
had
good to hear.
what was the other one that we just did? Oh, the current toy right now is actually like little McDonald's not characters but items. So you can get like a miniature Happy Meal box or something like that. It's like plastic or whatever. I know my nephew got a couple and even my brother said to me like have you seen the new toys? They're awesome. So
Hmm.
I guess it still holds
glad
up.
to hear that.
the buckets are not the same though.
The Halloween buckets. Mhm.
Yeah, the buckets are not as good as they were when we were kids though, because now they
Yeah.
don't even have tops. They just have a handle.
It's
And
in the handle. It's built in.
So in the handle, there's just this flat piece of plastic that represents a top.
So if you like turn it sideways and take a picture, it looks like a top. But if you turn it the other way, you see right through it.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's not very. Yeah, it's
Saving on plastic.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's all.
exactly. Yeah. So okay, so we all went McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. You guys are
Where
gonna
you
get mad
going
at me
hard?
about this. I'm going hard on this
Okay.
one.
All right.
I'm going
David
real
Bowie.
hard. Since we did Mega Man X on I can already see Keith is he's dreading this answer. I'm doing music, guys. Mega Man 3 soundtrack versus DuckTales soundtrack.
DuckTales 3 soundtrack. The original DuckTales soundtrack or Mega Man 3?
Yeah.
certainly, I would almost say different vibes, right? I feel like Mega Man 3 has a lot of upbeat, you're in your face music. With
Mhm.
DuckTales, can it be the same? I mean, there's some
There's
chill
no question
tracks.
for me, honestly. I love
Yeah,
Mega Man 3. I do.
yeah,
But I did a video here a couple weeks ago,
Okay.
and I talk about DuckTales. And in that section I was talking about DuckTales, I wanted to do something where I talked about the music. So I cut in, I went quiet. It was me sitting there, and I said, if you're a fan, you remember this game, you remember the music, just close your eyes and listen to this for a second. And I played the music from, but like the stage select music,
yeah.
Mhm.
just for a split second, and
Mhm.
then I cut into a more video of the gameplay and more talking and more different music, right? But watching that back when I was editing it, sitting in that moment with it all overlaid and everything in there, and actually closing my eyes when that music came on, I literally had goosebumps, like I had goose pimples like crazy because it was like just a moment. It was like, yeah, that music means a lot to me, right? Like
Okay.
Mhm.
so good and so great. So I have to pick DuckTales, hands down.
Okay, that means
I
there's
love
no
Mega Man,
Mega
but
Man 3 music.
I'll play
maybe
my. I'll put my
there's
own soundtrack
different,
on.
Okay, but
right?
no, 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 no. So let
It's
me
just
ask you a
quiet.
question.
There's no
Let me
Okay.
music
ask
at
you a
all.
question. Let me ask you a question. So does if you choose DuckTales, you said Mega Man 3 is your favorite Mega Man game. Is it no longer your favorite Mega Man game because
Depends
of
on
the
what they
soundtrack?
depends if even if the music wasn't as good, I love the sprites in it.
Okay.
So it would probably be a tough. I might lean more to Mega Man 2,
Okay.
probably would,
Mhm.
Okay.
but then I'd have DuckTales, so it wouldn't matter.
Sticking with the moon theme.
Sticking with every track in DuckTales. Like I said, I used because you can't use the moon theme in a YouTube video because you get flagged
Oh, get
instantly.
flagged.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
So
do.
that's
too,
why I
Yeah.
it's too
use
popular.
It was in the
that middle
cartoon.
of the cartoon with lyrics. So you know it's an awesome
Yeah.
soundtrack. So that's
Yeah.
why I use that
Sure.
Celine selection, and it still did the exact same thing the moon theme would do. So
Okay. What about you, Russ?
I was like, oh wait, I was looking at my TV in the back. I'm like, wait, is DuckTales playing? It's close. Darkwing Duck's playing in the background.
Oh, there you go.
nice.
I probably choose DuckTales. I feel
Okay.
like I mean, there's so much Mega Man music. You got 1 through 6 on NES. If 3 didn't exist, you're like, all right, well, I got some other
Okay.
bangers. And
Yeah,
so you can always go to Mega Man X and get some good Mega Man music.
there you go.
I feel like DuckTales definitely has a good staple in the video game soundtrack, the nostalgia, the
Mhm.
tie-in with the cartoon and everything like that. I feel like it's a good battle. I'll go with that.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is a tough one because I was just watching some gameplay of Mega Man 3 the other day, and it made me think about this. Even the title screen and the scene select screen are they're better than Mega Man 2. Like everyone talks about the Mega Man 2 title screen, or like the intro theme song. But dude, the third one hits hard too. Um, I personally, I owned Mega Man 3 growing up. I did not own DuckTales. DuckTales is amazing. Mega Man 3, I have way more nostalgia for because we owned the game and we played it a lot. And even you do have a lot more variety with Mega Man 3 as well because there's way more levels, right?
Mhm.
So if I'm basing this just on this is the only Mega Man game and this is the only DuckTales game, I'm going Mega Man.
Okay.
And that's extremely hard for me because that moon theme is my by far the best song in a video game for me. So Mega Man 3 though has every single track is fire. So I urge everyone to listen to both of them again and leave a comment and let us know because I really want to know what people's arguments are. Russ made some really good arguments. Really good arguments. Because there are other Mega Man games. But if I'm taking that out of the equation,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just Mega Man 3
Just going for the
versus DuckTales, I'm going Mega Man 3.
All right. Fair enough.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Rad and bogus. All right, we're going to jump into our main topic, guys. Before we do that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. So we'll be right back.
Creepy crawler super oven.
Wow, mega boom! A super oven and a timer.
It makes bigger, better bugs. And now you can make your own Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Cool.
It makes super-sized bugs and Power Rangers super fast.
That's why they call it the super oven.
The Creepy Crawler Super Oven comes with everything here. Other mold, plastic, goods, and something. Your parents put it together like the batteries not included. From Toymax.
Enter a new dimension where you can suspend objects in time and space. Wonder how? Wonder well. A magical world in the making. Make the magic gel. Let it set, then suspend the action. Create a treacherous treasure hunt. Change it, add effects. Go on a mermaid adventure, then show it off.
Look, bubbles! Cool!
Wonder well. A magical world in the making. Sold separately. The still will required and not included. Gel takes about 45 minutes to set.
Hey guys, did you know that we're offering channel memberships to help support the show? $1 gets you early access to videos, loyalty badge, and custom emojis. $3 gets you members only live streams, shout outs, and the Warp Pipe rental employee package. That's gonna include a custom sticker, button, and membership card. With the Warp Pipe rental employee card, you'll be able to choose rentals for us to do on the show, including movies and video games. And during our once a month live stream, you guys will be able to chat with us while we're recording the episode. So consider signing up today to support the show and jump in the Warp Pipe with us every Saturday at 9 a.m.
All right. Fantastic.
Russ, you know what that commercial reminded me of? The Wonder, whatever that
the
was.
Wonder. Yeah.
It reminded me of that meme kid that's like, the land of make-believe. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
I don't honestly remember seeing that commercial or having
No,
it. Like,
not at
it
all.
was very interesting. I was like,
I like the little bubbles. The little bubbles you
yeah,
make.
yeah. I could add bubbles in my little aquarium.
So cool.
All right, we're getting into our most memorable and or favorite retro gaming conventions. Quite a few conventions out there. Chat about them. Chat about our top ones, or at least our moments, favorite moments.
Well, we're at Siege.
said-
What are we saying about Siege?
All right, bottom of the list. Bottom of the list.
Bottom of the list. So we all made somewhat of a list. I mean, it's kind of loose, right? I came up with some of my favorite shows, but then also memorable moments from shows. So I think, I'm going to go that route. Since the camera's on me, I guess I'll start.
Cool.
One thing, okay, so one of the first big conventions that I went to was with Russ. It was at TooManyGames. I forget exactly what year the first year that we went was,
Okay.
but
I can look it up.
TooManyGames has changed quite drastically. It is not the same show, in my opinion, that it has been in the past. But there is a very fond memory that I have with Russ that I will tell this story for toy hunting, game hunting, for eternity. And I think Russ knows what I'm talking about.
It's either, I don't know if it was 2016 or 2017, because 2017, I do have a Cribs video there. So I don't know if you came with me that year or if we went the year before and did no Cribs video.
So you did a Cribs, well, Cribs is not what I was talking about. So we could save that for later. But I do remember, we did 2 Cribs videos. And then the third year, you went with Brian and did a Cribs video when I wasn't there. So
2016, I'm clicking on the video, so I think that's the year you went.
Okay. So my memory, and I don't remember what year this show was from. It might have been 20.
Oh, I see. I know where you're going.
Okay. So Russ and I are collectors of Nintendo oddities, right? Everybody knows me as Mr. Minty. Like everything needs to be clean. You can't have any rust. You can't have any mold. You can't have any imperfections, right? So back in the day, we did some hunting at TooManyGames, and I came across a uh, Super Mario Brothers TV tray. And the guy wanted $40 for it, which is very reasonably priced. I mean, $40 for that tray is a steal. And I saw it at the booth, and I said to the guy, I was like, I don't know if I want to get it. It's got a couple little rust marks here, whatever. It was probably the first time I saw it, like at a show, right? So I was very eager to buy it. And Russ was with me, and I said, "No, Russ, you take it. Like that's all you. Like no problem. Like I'll find it eventually." Okay. So fast forward 5 minutes later, I go literally. He's still paying for it. I think like he's literally still paying for it. There it is. I go 2 booths down while he's still at that booth, and there's a nice shiny golden, perfectly mint condition TV tray.
Nice.
How much you want for it? I asked the guy. $40. So I said, Russ, look what I got. He's like, what is that? How much you pay for that? I was like, $40. Russ was so mad.
I was like, had I waited till we got to the next booth,
Yeah.
Right.
or had I gone ahead of David, I would have found it.
Right. And it is on video, so I think Russ still has the TooManyGames videos. We'll have to dig out from somewhere, but it
Nice.
made such a good impact on the video. You couldn't plan it any better. It was just one of those moments that I'm always going to remember at TooManyGames. So that's my first like introduction to the memories that we make at all of these shows. So
Sweet.
what about you guys?
Russ, you going next?
Yeah, I could go next. I'll come out the gate with I did one of my first conventions that was not on the East Coast. I flew out to Portland Retro Gaming Expo out there. I had met through YouTube a group of friends. George is on the YouTube channel G Unicolina, the S Squad, and my buddy the Nintendo Doctor. And I flew out there to stay at the Nintendo Doctor's house. He graciously let us stay there before the show, and I didn't know what to expect, and went to Portland and was blown away with the sheer size of it, and also I got to meet a bunch of content creators that I watched that were West Coast content creators, and they haven't made their way out to the East Coast. Maybe they didn't come out to TooManyGames yet. So, like Metal Jesus was out there. That was the first time I met Aaron or Riff from Pixel Game Squad. Then it was Retro Liberty, and it was just really cool convention to check out. I was just kind of blown away on the West Coast there. I was like, wow. And I was surprised to how many people knew who I was coming out there being from the East Coast. And they're like, oh, you're Russ Lyman. Like, I watch your stuff and all that. And I was like, nice. Oh, thanks for welcoming me into the West Coast family.
I remember when you went out there, and I remember how excited you were. So it was really cool to see you give that. It was like the NES. Was it a Castlevania?
I know I did it. It was just a stone NES.
Oh,
like I made a custom NES that I had brought out. That was just
and you got to meet Aaron for the first time, which was like I knew that was super important for you, and you guys were friends before that. So I remember that story, and then watching your journey from like Oregon, right? You were in Oregon, and then you traveled down.
Yeah. So it was pretty good, like to get footage for making YouTube stuff and meeting friends out there, going out to dinner after the show. Seeing the Tetris World Championships was like, whoa, this is big news. Like, very cool. Just a good time and a different vibe. I had only been out to the West Coast one other time before to visit my uncle to go to California. So coming out on my own leisure with my friends and stuff was, a good time.
Is that show still like the one of the biggest ones there is? Because I've still never been to that one.
I mean, as for retro gaming conventions, possibly, I don't know if there's other conventions
Right.
in California or like
Yeah.
For other electronic shows or such like that.
Like no other retro shows have kind of like surpassed them in size or anything yet.
Yeah, it's hard to say because then you're almost, I guess, just comparing convention centers to other convention centers, not necessarily shows. It's like what convention center do they choose to make their home, right? Because once you, I guess, choose a place, you can't really move it too often because then you'd be like, well, now you're missing your core audience, or why does it move every year?
Sure. So Portland.
Yeah, yeah.
Highly recommended. I still want to try to hit that one up eventually.
One day.
Yeah. Now, Keith, I want to hear about cons that don't have sword booths.
I'm working on that. So I was a little unsure because when I think about cons, I think of right now in this version of me, I think about these video game conventions I've been going to, right? But my convention history isn't just video games because, I went to PAX when in like 2011, I was just looking it up. It was like 2011. I think I went to PAX in Seattle and went with two buddies. We drove out for that one. And I remember it being one of the first conventions like that I'd ever gone to. I remember being pretty incredible. Been to a few other ones that were pretty awesome, but going to PAX, the drive there, the timing of it being, quite a few years ago, being that younger version of me, went to a baseball game, did a bunch of other stuff while we were there, and looking at the photos in that moment, well, I was trying to figure out what do I say and for memorable moments at conventions. Getting on the light rail or whatever it is from the hotel, our hotel was at the airport. Two of us drove and one of the guys flew in and we picked him up at the airport. Taking that to like down to where the convention center was, walking into it for the first time and experiencing it, being one of the first conventions I'd ever gone to, and it being PAX back then was super cool. Walking through that, I've got pictures I was just literally just looking at of like Halo. They had like the big Halo gun you could stand behind and shoot. They had warthogs. They had Jurassic Park Jeep. Tons of super cool items, and the memories of that trip are great. So it's a memorable one for me. It was a super cool convention, especially back in, like I said, 2011, going to that and seeing it for the very first time. PAX West now is what it would be called. But that was a super cool convention, and getting to meet some people there and just getting to hang with my buddies and being at the very first video game convention I'd ever gone to. That was a super cool experience. Absolutely.
Keith, I'm curious, because I know that Russ goes to PAX as well, and for me personally, I'll just tell you right off the bat, like I'm more interested in the retro gaming. So like I'm not really up to date on modern gaming. Like I said, I literally only own a Switch, Nintendo consoles. I don't really play PlayStation or Xbox or anything else. So do you guys prefer retro game cons versus PAX with like all the PAX style ones with like the modern gaming? I'm curious.
Could be a whole nother topic. I feel like what you're going for, right?
No, I understand, but I mean,
now I prefer the retro convention.
They're different vibes, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like this was like it was. I don't know if I can show any of this, but no, it's not.
Deny.
Turn the screen brightness down.
Right, like there being the guy. There's the guys at a Jurassic Park Jeep. We
okay.
had a blast. It was super cool, but I like the retro stuff now because that's what I'm into. I was into Halo and
okay.
that, so that was what I was into back then, right? So
Yeah.
Times
Yeah.
have changed, and I have changed. So
I'm
you
almost
got to you.
wondering if Russ is gonna talk about the bad graphic gamers from Too Many Games. You
It was an
remember that?
interesting episode. I do. I could
That
tell
was
that story. I
you
could tell
can't.
that
Okay,
story.
I'll let you tell that story. I want to talk real quick about and listen, I'm not just making this up and just because we're at Siege, but Siege is probably my favorite show to go to. It seems like a lot of the community is there. A lot of people that I've met through Russ, through other YouTubers, through just the community in general, and the community ever growing. And then also seeing people that I watch and seeing that show itself grow through the years. Getting to know Austin, getting to hang out with Jay down in South Carolina. Uh, Siege, there's just something really special about Siege that I don't feel from other shows. And there's no way to explain it. It's just the way it is. And it's also the town. It's such a really great town to hang out in. Um, I mean, it's down south. And maybe it's what is it, 12, 13-hour drive that me and Russ make down there?
No, we'll find out. We'll let you know.
You know, well, I mean, I'm
You'll know right now.
in previous also, like from years past,
Mm-hmm.
we would leave at like 9 o'clock at night and then like get in at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and we would just drive straight through the night. So just like a lot of memories and a lot of and they always have the vendors are also always really reasonable, and it just feels like I don't want to say this in come off like in the wrong way, but sometimes it almost feels like I'm not so much at a retro game convention, but I'm just like hanging out with a lot of my friends that have the same interests, and there's a really great show going on at the same time. Does that make sense?
No.
No, not at all. All right, I'll see myself out.
All right. Bye. All right, Russ. Let's talk about how much we love our friends.
Classic.
So
I would agree.
I'll but that's what I'm saying. Just the community of Siege is like that's why it's my favorite show. And
Okay.
Siege would be on my list too, so I have to agree with you. My video from last year at Siege was literally talking about asking all the other content creators what the best thing about Siege was,
Mhm.
and almost every single one of them said the people. It's the people there.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that show is huge. I'm so excited to be there and check it out. I'm bringing a friend with me this time just to show him how epic Siege really is. It keeps getting bigger and bigger every year, right? And the people, the community, like you said, the vendors, it's just an amazing time. Like everyone's laughing, everyone's enjoying themselves. There's, get-togethers for those people, sitting at the hotel
Yeah.
bar and everyone visiting at the end of the night. It's the people, and it really does make that convention so much fun. So it's
Yeah.
on my list too, 100%.
Nice.
Keith, how many years have you gone?
This will be my second one. So
Okay.
I'm speaking based on having an amazing experience last year and going with some of the vendors and RNG Gamer. They picked me up in Atlanta when I flew in last year.
Mhm.
So on the way there, they were telling me. So I felt like I'd been there already by the time after the 2.5 hour drive to get there from Atlanta. I felt like I feel like I've been to this before. And then walking in and Jamie telling me, this is where it was and this is what it is now. And just keeps doing this and that, and then seeing everybody and getting, invited to go to the get-togethers after and stuff. This is super cool. Like the people here are amazing.
Yeah. And Russ and I've have you only been there the same amount of times as me? We've only gone twice.
Yep. Twice.
And for our listeners, we are not sponsored by Southeast Game Exchange.
But we should be.
Just putting that out there. We're not, these are our real thoughts about these shows. If a show sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks.
All right.
Let me
we're
tell
not,
you. No.
we're paying to get there. We're not
Oh yeah, we're not. Yeah,
we're covering our own.
Yeah.
None of these shows are.
We got a sweet Airbnb this week. Yeah,
not inviting us.
Yeah,
I know Russ has been invited out to shows before, but
go ahead, Russ. Lay it on us.
Hello. Welcome to my TED Talk. So Too Many Games out in Oaks, Pennsylvania. I did miss it the past few years. I haven't gone, but I do have fantastic memories of going to that show. And that was one of the first shows I actually brought my Super Mario Kart car to, and they put it inside the convention center on display. I had gotten in touch with someone. This was version 1.0 of the car. I just had Mario throwing a fireball down the car, and we had a couple other things set up on the car. And it was me and a DeLorean set up in the back area of the con. And this was probably year, 4 of the convention, 4 or 5 or so. They weren't like fully taking over the whole convention center. So it was kind of empty back there. So you had room to pull a car in.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, I had my car in display. I had my trunk open, right? Because I had video games in there. You could actually play some video games in there. And I had like a camping chair that on the back of it, I was part of a car club. My car is a Scion XA. The car club was a national Scion car club called Psychotics. Little play on words with there. And my like car username or whatever, almost like a gamer tag, I went with Captain N, right? So I had a camping chair, and on the back of it, it had our logo, Psychotics, Captain N. Someone stole that chair.
Stop.
What?
And someone stole my iPod out of my
What?
car. I had a glove box like display. You would open the glove box of my car, and I made a little display where my iPod was sitting there and 3 NES games, because you can, play the NES games. So I made a nice display. Someone stole my darn iPod. I had to drive home with the one CD I bought at the convention listening to. So it was like exciting, but then I'm like, yo, I go to these car shows all over, and you would think at the car show you're more likely to get stuff stolen from, maybe. I don't know. But it's like, no, the gamers, they don't care. Steal his crap.
Wow.
So that was a memorable experience at Too Many Games.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's not good. It's not good, but yeah. You have another story at Too Many Games?
Yeah, I don't know if we circle around, or I could tell the bad graphic gamer story.
I want. Keith needs to hear about this story.
I don't even know if they still do YouTube videos. The bad graphic gamers, or it's similar to I don't know, something like a Game Chasers this YouTube channel. They run a booth, right? And people come to the booth and they want to purchase games. So their little spiel is, if you want a discount on this game, why don't you do this little challenge and we'll give you a discount. So I was there with Dave, and Dave was looking for a copy of Ghostbusters on NES.
Yes.
And they had a copy there. He's like, it's a minty copy. I want to get it. And so they proposed, I think, a challenge to Dave, to which he declined. Yes, and I was like, I'll do the challenge. Challenge was, you got to go over to the column that's holding up the building, a little pole, and you got to lick the pole. They gave me a distance to lick. So went over, freaking licked the pole, and they filmed it.
And it wasn't just like a little it
wasn't like a
lick. No, it was a
you gotta be like
up the pole.
So I didn't die. I didn't get any diseases.
Building immunities
for the year.
Right.
This was pre-COVID.
Don't have to worry about it at all. Just building all the immunities right there.
But because of Rust,
on the way out, right? Like me when I was 8.
Yeah.
Because of Rust, I got that game for $5.
There we go.
Nice.
and I still have it. And that exact copy is sitting in my glass case right there. And I have all those
I mean,
memories now attached to
it's
that
like a
one
$10
game.
game, so like that's great. You
Right.
got it for $5, right?
It was
Well, half
half
off.
price.
Yeah, for look at Russ
And back then it was
sacrificing part of his soul and his
I
tongue.
wish I could pull up the clip of the deep dive into the channel to find it. It was great how they put it together, like editing wise and all that. And then I had since seen them. Funny enough, I did see them out in Portland as well. They had a booth and they remembered me, and it was cool.
Do they still do the challenges, or is it just more of just like vending now?
Yeah, I can't say I kind of fell off on that whole
Yeah.
following it and seeing them. So
Such
Sure.
good guys too. Buzzy, but I remember Buzzy and I forget the other one's name. But anyway,
Don't
yeah,
matter.
that was
They don't listen to the podcast, so
They don't know. They don't care. Nobody cares. No. What do you got, Keith?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with SoCal because SoCal is awesome.
As one
it's
of
an
your
amazing convention.
favorites?
I would say it is my favorite.
Okay.
Because of again the people, the way the guys have it set up, the skating. There's so many awesome vendors there. The building is awesome. The fact that they have it feels like there's two sides to that convention.
Yeah.
Like when you walk into because like Russ, you were there with me last year, right? When you walk into the vendor hall, it
Mhm.
feels
Yeah.
like that is all about that area is about the community. It's about people that love these games, want to collect these games and find these games, the vendors selling the games. And then you walk through that doorway and you're into the other side with free play, all the competitions with the games, the events
Right,
with the
right.
games.
The way it's
and
laid
Texas
out with
World
that
Finals.
convention center is pretty nice.
It's
With
super
the
nice,
the
right?
lobby area, like you have your main hub, you
You
go
walk
in, and then
in,
there's two
and you're
strips
into both of
essentially.
them.
Could go down this way,
Yeah.
or go to free play area this way, or right to convention hall.
And you're in that free play Tetris World Finals area. That area is about people playing the games and loving them. So you have this cool dynamic in the two halls where one area is all about like finding, hunting, buying games, and the other side is all about playing and enjoying the games. Like Ben was running the free play area, and I was there quite a few times. I stopped me by lunch over with Ben, and there was literally kids. They had a system where you could kind of rent a game. So you'd take the game out of the system, bring it to the front, pick out of a list, take the game you wanted, go back, put it in the system, and you could play it. There was kids running full speed, full tilt with the game in hand to rent the next game they wanted. To go up to Ben and be like, "Can I see the list? I want Mega Man 3. Here you go." Running again. To see those kids enjoying a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo or an N64 was super cool to watch. And then to have the Tetris World Finals going on in the background and those people legit competing for that, prize and that status was super cool. And you literally walk through a door and everyone is a buzz buying stuff. So SoCal's awesome. 100%.
It was all about that manual labor too, right?
Oh well, because of what keeps volunteering
absolutely.
this year.
Yeah.
Right? Blood, sweat, and tears.
That's right. I have not been to SoCal. One day, maybe next year. We'll see. What was I gonna talk about? Oh,
Mm.
gonna talk about the local one, right?
The local one.
The local one. The local one for us. RetroWorld Expo. I mean, we will be at RetroWorld Expo this year again. I try not to miss it every single year because not only is it local, we know everyone that's there, but it grows every year. This year's the 10th year, and yeah, I mean, it's just
I say piggyback off that because
Go ahead.
it is the 10th year, and to tie in with SoCal, actually, Aaron and Ricky have become part owners now of Retro World with Chris.
Yeah,
because Chris Lance Ricky and Aaron, right, are
Aaron
owners of
own
SoCal. I
both
think
of
those
those.
four.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
they also jumped in, so now own RetroWorld Expo for the East Coast.
Yeah. And this year is going to be, it's going to be crazy. I don't.
What do you have some
I'm
memories from the show?
So one of my memories is actually, I do remember the first show
Okay.
that we did. Actually, one of my biggest regrets of finding something was at the very first Retro World Expo. Russ and I shared a booth. We were selling some stuff, so we were there for setup, and then this was at the old Oakdale Theater before it got moved to the Convention Center in Hartford. And I remember before the show, I went kind of like just walking around after we set up before the doors opened,
Yeah.
and there was a booth like diagonally right across from me. And I'm telling you, this is my biggest regret of not buying something. The guy right across from me, and it's probably like also the timing of it. Like this was, I don't remember what. So we're in 2025, so this was 2015, I guess, because it's 10 years. So across the booth, the guy had some games on the table. He had a completely sealed, brand new Super Mario Brothers 3. And I passed on it. It was $100.
Oh.
And I passed on it. That hurt. That one hurt. Look at Keith. Keith's like,
Oh yeah, we're gonna look this up. I gotta remember. We're gonna
oh,
rub some dirt in this wound here.
so this is
for ya.
10 years ago.
Had
Well,
you
when
bought, bought it.
when you rub the dirt in though, like see what it was worth then too, because back then I didn't have I mean I still don't have that kind of money, but like
Oh,
it's a lot. A sealed copy.
new. So new price.
Yeah,
Make sure this is in USD.
That's true.
New price $1,500.
it is what it is. It
I
happens.
mean,
What it
probably.
is, yeah.
Yeah. And but the only thing that I cannot remember is if it was a Left Bros either. I do not remember if
Where
it
the
was
Bros
like
was.
like a first printing or not. But that is probably my biggest regret of not. I'm sure back then it might have been going for $100, but I just didn't have the money at
Yeah.
the time.
For that. Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I passed on it, and I was like, you know what? Let me just see what I could sell if I can go
Mhm.
back. I went back; it was gone.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I missed out. Biggest regret.
Okay.
But Retro World Expo, like first time I got to meet the Game Chasers. First time I met John from then it was RetroWare TV, but now he, that RetroWare TV kind of got sold. Now it's the video game company. Met Lance, met Pixel Dan for the first time there. Pat Contry, like there was a lot of people. Oh, and we met Wood.
We did meet Wood.
We did meet Wood, and we'll leave it at that.
That was a thing.
Next person, that's a thing. Next up, not going down that rabbit hole.
I'll tell some stories of Retro World. I've been involved with Retro World probably since the beginning for sure. And like David said, they had the convention first 2 years at a smaller center where they had hosted concerts and stuff. We did get in there because Chris, the owner, his wife worked at the Oakdale Theater, so they kind of suggested that venue until the convention grew, and then it went to Hartford. We weren't able to put my car in the convention center, but I did park out front of it. But from since shows now, since it's at the bigger convention center, we do park my Super Mario Kart car on the inside of it. But I did want to tell a story. I was the convention was about October time for us, and I was filming. I like to do every year a Russ Lyman Halloween special on my channel, on the regular Russ Lyman channel. And I had this grand idea to do like this full on movie. And the premise was Chris, the owner, had this awesome Nightmare on Elm Street pinball machine. And so the concept was we were playing the pinball machine and Freddy possessed Chris and he needed people's souls to regain his body, right? And um at the time, Ecto Cooler had come back as like a hey, because the new Ghostbusters movie had come out or something. And so I had gotten packages of that, and I was kind of tying that into where, oh well, I'll have kids drink this 80s drink, and if they do, then their soul will go into the pinball machine. And so what I'm getting around to is that I was like, oh, I'm gonna be at Retro World. I thought would be a fun idea if I can get some of the YouTubers at the show to drink the drink. So I have like Pat Contry jumped in on this and was drinking the Ecto Cooler, and we had Jay from the Game Chasers, Pixel Dan was in there drinking it, and I even got Daniel Pacina, who was the motion capture actor for Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. So I thought that was really cool of him drinking the Ecto Cooler. So I'm kind of going around the convention center having people drink this Ecto Cooler, and part of my like spiel of the movie there. But it was a lot of these guys. This is one of the early ones. Were all part of RetroWare TV, so they were all at the convention center. There's Jay. He has a great reaction of like drinking it, and you're like, oh, pretend like you're getting possessed or whatever. So I thought that was just a great time. There's yeah, Gamester 81, John. You kind of did a big roar thing. It was a good time. I like the vibe of that Oakdale Theater for those first 2 years. It had like carpeted floors. I don't know. It just seemed like really cool vibe with it, with that and the pipe and drape and everything. But it had since then moved to the bigger convention center. But I cherish the early days there. If you're watching, here's Daniel Pacina, who's not afraid to die. And he's been at quite a few conventions. I think this was his first convention, like getting in the convention scene. He didn't know about people like wanting to go out to conventions and meet, like, oh yeah, I used to do this Mortal Kombat thing. People were
Yeah.
excited to do that. And he was like, does the Mortal Kombat, like, oh, finish him type thing. So great. Oh, we
Nice,
did have
that's
Freddy
cool.
there. Yeah. Sweet. Good stuff.
And that was the first year, or that the second year?
This was 2016. I think
So
that might have been
second
the
then.
second year. Yeah.
Right.
Since we're 2025 and we're in 10 years. So
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. You got any more stories for us, Keith?
Only other one I would want to talk about is I refuse to call it Retro Arkansas, whatever he decided to call it. It's Retro Rick Fest.
Retro Rick Fest.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Retro Rick Fest. I refuse.
Yeah.
But Rick's convention in Arkansas last year, when I went to it, his very first attempt to bring a convention to life, was awesome. It was truly inspiring. He did a great job. It was so much fun. And getting to be a part of that too. We got to be at the store, help him load up, help him haul stuff over, help for the whole setup. Got to see that whole thing come to life at that convention there. And as we're trying to get stuff organized, there's phone calls coming in. Rick and Michael are on the phone like continually. We're trying to ask them questions of what they want. You can't. They're on the phone. They're taking the next call, or they missed a call. And they're taking the next call for the next fire they're trying to put out, basically. And Rick comes into what was the office area, and me and Ben were standing in there, and Rick comes in, and he's like, "We need someone to go pick up John St. John, who is the voice actor for Duke Nukem." And Michael kind of looks at me. He's like, "You got a rental car, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a rental car." I'm like, "I can go pick him up if you want. Like, let me know. Give me his number, and we'll go." So me and Ben jump in the rental car. We grab a quick bite to eat, just like Sonic's like on the way out of town, and we drive back to the main hub. And we pull in. Ben jumps out of the car. I'm waiting. Ben goes in. We're texting John saying, "Hey, we're here. You know, Ben's gonna come find you." Ben goes in to find John St. John. This is the day before the convention starts, and finds John St. John at the luggage carousel. They're kind of visiting, and John's like, "Hey, is it okay? Like, I've had a bit of a long trip. Can we stop at the bar or something and have a drink?" Ben's like, "We sure can." Like, Keith doesn't drink, but I'll have a drink with you. We sure can. So me and Ben get in the rental car. Or, like, John gets in the car with Ben, get them all loaded up,
Yeah.
drive back to Conway, which is where the convention was.
Okay.
And we end up going to a restaurant that me and Ben, like a restaurant bar type place with a lounge that me and Ben had been to the night before. And Ben and John St. John are sitting there. I'm having a Coke. I'm driving. I'm having a Coke, some chicken wings. Those two are doing like tequila shots together, laughing. John's telling us all these stories. Ben is having a great time. We go and we drop John off at the hotel afterwards. And then the rest of the convention, every time we'd run into him, he was wanting to hang out and visit. So just getting to have that interaction with, like, a voice actor that did Duke Nukem and a bunch of other cool characters, and having him be like, "Yeah, I want to go hang out with you guys and just have a drink." That was a super cool experience. And Rick put on an amazing show for his first show. So
Yeah, that's what I
Retro
hear.
Rick Con. Awesome.
Retro Rickon. Check it out. You got some stories, Dave? You want me to go? What you got?
Why don't you go and I want to wrap up. I'll wrap something up after you.
This stands out in my head. We did go. I'm pretty sure Dave went me. I'm not 100% positive on this, but do you remember a video game con?
Yes, the one
That's
that was in the
that's-
gymnasium, right?
That's the name of the convention they went with.
Yeah.
Video game con. So you're like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
going to a video game con. Oh, what one?
Nice.
No, that's the name of it. A video
Yeah,
game con.
yeah.
And it was in
Long
Jersey
Island
or
Was
Long
it
Island?
Jersey or Long Island? One
It's
of the
one
two.
of those two. And it was, I don't know if this was the first year or second year. I think it was the second year, but it
Yeah.
was in whatever building that they chose. It was kind of like connecting buildings. And it was basically, they had an area and it was like, this is the basketball center. And they had the basketball hoops, like,
Yep.
brought up or whatever. And that was like the free play area. And then you're going into the, whatever locker section through to go to
Yeah.
the next gaming thing. So it was pretty interesting to experience a con in that, where I think since then they maybe moved to a proper building, but it
Mhm.
always stood out in my mind like it almost was like this, up and coming, like flea markety, like,
Yeah.
oh, we're out in Jersey. You're like, okay, this is interesting. But the basketball court thing always stood out to me. It's like, hey,
Nice.
it's like I'm back at school.
Because there was a lot of rooms that you can go into.
Yeah, it's just so many connecting rooms of the. It had to be like a school, right? Obviously, or like a
Something like that.
YMCA or something like that. So you were going to different, like, I guess, conference center rooms to have here's vendors in here. Go through this room. There's more vendors.
And I
don't-
think they still go on.
I think
A
so
video-
too, and I think I said they're more at a proper.
Oh, New Jersey.
convention. It was
Yeah.
in New Jersey. Okay.
Right, because they go by AVGC, a video game con.
Mhm.
It's in
Nice.
Parsippany, New
New Jersey.
Jersey. Yes,
Okay.
so it is. I do remember it maybe being like the first year or two that they had it. And I remember our friend Dan Unger, he was a vendor there.
Yes, yeah, we were kind of helping them either bring totes in or out or something like that.
Yeah, because that was the year I think I bought Gargoyles Quest 2 from him.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good
so I
pickup, good
remember
pickup.
that. And I do remember there being a line of pinball machines and arcades and things like that. So
What I do remember, very interesting. I've never seen this before. In their free play arcade area or console play area, so to say, the free play area. Obviously, you want to deter theft, which we already talked about at Too Many Games. Someone stealing stuff from me. You got these free play systems out with games. Their workaround was they had the system with the game, and it was encased in like a dog cage.
I do remember
So
that.
you have
Yes.
these big metal dog cages on tables. And I'm like, I mean,
Yes.
aesthetically, this looks terrible. But I
Yeah.
get where you're going at. Like, you don't want people to steal the games in it.
Yeah.
Like, you can reach maybe your hand in and then you can't pull the cartridge
Yeah.
out or whatever. But I was like, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh, I haven't even thought about that in a
Yeah.
long time.
So that stood
Yeah.
out in my mind.
Yeah. Keith, do you have any others?
No, I want to hear your story. I
Well,
think I know where it might be.
It's not really a story. It's just the fact that like I'm looking forward to the next, you know, year of shows. You know, we're at Siege right now, technically. We have RetroWorld Expo coming up. I'm kind of starting to get into this YouTube thing, right? And it's been a really fun journey so far. And you know, today before we had the podcast, I was upstairs and my wife says to me, she's like, "Are you excited to see your friend?" I was like, who am I seeing?" And you know what she says to me? Keith. Because Keith and I have not been in the same room yet together.
This is true.
You
So
gotta be
there's a
careful with that
lot
guy.
of
I think I've heard Keith is a bit of a hugger. So
so it's gonna so I'm looking forward to what's gonna come within the next year and so on.
yeah,
If I can keep up this YouTube thing, and I'm just having a good time, and I've been meeting not I mean, I know Russ has been doing it for like 15 plus years, and Keith has been into it for a few years, and you know, I just feel like the trajectory of I've known a lot of people in the community, and now I'm starting to even meet more people because I'm doing more towards like the toys and stuff. And so I feel like there's some overlapping of the community as well, which I think is more so now than there was then. I think the toy community is now also with the retro game community. And so I've seen a lot of that. And I just I'm just looking forward to what the cons are going to bring for the next, however long we can keep this up. So
yeah.
it's also the first time going down where, me and Russ, when we went down to Siege for the first time, we were lucky enough that Austin gave us a table then. But to go down there for the podcast and to do this and hang out with Jay and have Jay there with us, and I just think it's something really special, and I'm just really excited and happy about it.
Jay
I'm happy.
texted me. He did say, "Remind me when our panel is." So
So he's gonna
I
be
mean,
there.
Saturday. I don't know the time.
I don't even know the time yet. We don't know the
Okay.
time yet, but
It's Saturday. I don't know what time.
It is Saturday sometime. I want to say it's somewhere around 3 o'clock. I think it's somewhere around. I think he's keeping us to mid afternoon. But we'll have that somewhere before this podcast even comes out, posted somewhere. So I'm just looking forward to what you know hanging out with you guys and doing this with the podcast and having the podcast at Retro World Expo coming up and doing that sort of thing. So that's it. That's my story. It's not a story of what's past, but it's what's to look forward to with everything going on. So
Cool.
I'm excited.
I did.
Good times.
I brought this up here. Here's it's 2016. Russ Lyman, David Apuzzo, and it shows this is
Look at those
a video game con.
Whoa.
gentlemen there.
See the cages? There's Hagane trapped in a
Nice.
dog cage.
Well, if you got Hagane in a system,
Well,
you're gonna want to seal it up.
Yeah.
Poor-
Why is that in there?
Poor Crash is in a jail case there.
Wow.
But-
$20 for that case?
Maybe. I don't know.
Jeez,
But
man.
this is you can see it's like
There's
basketball
the gymnasium,
floor.
yeah.
Yeah. But almost like flea market-y, like what at the local YMCA. Pretty
There's
fun.
River City Ransom.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff.
What's up? Funny enough, I just got in the mail a book from Jeffrey that I'm in. I
Nice.
didn't open the package yet. So shout out to Hagen's Alley Books there.
And I do remember that show also had a lot of toys. There were a few
Oh,
vendors
okay.
that had a lot of toys. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Just how things, weird how things come full circle there.
Sweet.
But
So
anyway.
fun gaming convention memories for sure. We're ready to make more at all the conventions we're headed to. And we're curious to hear about you guys. We do have some voicemails to get
Sweet.
to, but that wraps up our main topic here. If you guys do want to call into the show and leave us a voicemail, you can. 949-682-9277. That's 949-682-WARP. Save it in your phone. Give us a voicemail. Doesn't have to be about the topic. It could be, you asking questions to us or giving us topics for the future to visit. We'll see. What do we got for voicemails?
I keep dreaming about my dream phone. It's for you.
Hey, Warpipe crew, Aldo here. And I just saw that you were talking about video game conventions and memories and all of that. And yeah, just wanted to give my quick 2 cents. I am a Connecticut guy, so I don't go to too many conventions. So I've been going to a little bit more this year, but definitely the standout for me would be RetroWorld Expo in Connecticut. Started from the folks at Retro Games Plus, and started off over in the Oakdale Theater in Wallingford, and now it's up in Hartford. So yeah, just a really fantastic thing to see it over time expand and grow to a venue to the point now where it's 3 days and it's 10th anniversary, so it'd be really cool. But aside from all the games and vendors and things to do and see at shows, my definite takeaway is the community, right? And to even say that I got to know a lot of people at cons and swap meets, even people such as yourselves, like Russ and Dave, and hopefully Keith one day. But yeah, I've been very fortunate that in my travels with swap meets and cons, my big takeaway is just the network. Really, that's what it is. You get to see people, you get to know people, and sometimes help each other out. Look for something, or they'll cut you a deal, or they may help you with something else down the road. So that's been my big takeaway, to the fact where I've been able to create my own little swap meet, which is definitely not a convention, but it's to the point where I have 8 of them now, and that would not be possible without the likes of RetroWorld Expo and the Congo swap meets. But yeah, my big takeaway is just getting to know people. Striking up conversation at a con just with somebody who has a shared interest. It's just really cool. I mean, yes, you can have $1,000 games and all that, but you can't really put a price on friendships you can strike at these events and the networking that may take you to the next part of your career or whatever it may be. So to me, that's the big prize indeed. So yeah, definitely visit your local convention, swap meets, be part of the community, and you'll have a blast. All right, take care, guys.
Excellent. Thanks for the phone call, Aldo. Aldo's hanging out at the live stream, the 24-hour live stream, so it was great. We get to play some games together. And he was talking about his little swap meet called Algo, which he does at the Norwalk Public Library. His next one's coming on. He does theme them to a system each year. And so this one coming up is actually original Xbox themed, and he wants me to film. I usually help him with the promo stuff. I have to do the, mimic the beginning to Halo. There's some you come in and fly. It's flies in and loops around the base or whatever. So I'm gonna do that with my drone around the library or something like that. We'll see how it goes. But
Nice.
Oh, I almost forgot you had a drone.
got a drone. Got to charge it up and bring it. We'll fly it around. What else we got for?
We'll have it
voicemails?
follow the car down the highway.
Yeah.
What's up, my weekly Warp Pipers? It's your buddy NES Addict, and it is the week of Southeast Game Exchange, which I understand we're talking about favorite cons. Definitely my favorite con because it's in my backyard and it's the only con I've ever been to. Some of the memories I've had, man, I've met amazing people there. Some heroes, NES Complex, Riff, my buddy Riff from Pixel Game Squad, Russ Lyman. I met David Puzo there too. I'm gonna meet Keith there this year. Tyler from My Retro Life. The only person I haven't met yet is AVGM, but so many cool people, Game Chasers, 8-Bit Eric. I mean, so many rad people from the internet. Friends like JLove81, Mega Dan 29, T Belly. So many cool people from the gaming community I've met at Southeast Game Exchange. I'm so thankful that I was able to do that. Also, do yourself a favor and listen to Girlfriend in a Coma by the Smiths. All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll see you at Southeast Game Exchange this weekend. Let's freaking go. Later.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay. We'll see you soon. We're texting back and forth, and we're hyped for it. I will say, I skipped ahead. I went to jump to the voicemails. We did have some comments I wanted to get you guys. We made a community post we did have a few comments about memories with game conventions, so I'd like to read those here on the show.
What did you say? What did you say?
Springfield, let's hear from you.
Over on Instagram, we got Ty Gaming and Collecting. I'd never been to a gaming convention before, just Comic Cons. What is something that attracts you specific to gaming conventions? Got a little question there. Why do we go to gaming conventions, guys?
See our friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Did you collect games?
Yeah. If not for this convention, then Keith ain't getting a nice stack of games this week from somebody.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess it does come down to what you're collecting. If you're not into comics, or maybe getting like a lot of the voice actors go to Comic Cons, like these Comic Cons. If that's not your thing, maybe you're not attending those shows. So we want to go more towards maybe the voice actors of the video games, like Duke Nukem or Final Fantasy or Metal Gear Solid or something like that. So we're more drawn towards that. And probably I think a big part of it too is us being content creators on YouTube. That's kind of where the YouTubers go, right? I feel like I don't watch any YouTubers that are strictly going to comic conventions. Maybe they're a comic YouTuber, right? And that's their thing. And so I don't see it in my feed, but I feel like all the content creators that I follow are going to specifically the retro game cons. What else we got? We got Eric from Retro Gaming Pandemic says, Southeast Game Exchange. We met so many people who became like family from there. We've always credited the start of our channel to that con. It really reflects why people refer to this scene as the retro gaming community. And then we got our boy Manny's Arcade said, we already know. I'm sure he's talking about SoCal Retro Gaming Expo. Rocking the shirt. I had Manny's shirt. Manny popped in the live stream last night. I was pulling shirts out of my closet, and I had Manny's Arcade shirt. Like, yo, I miss you, bro.
Yeah.
So appreciate the comment on that. We had a few comments on our YouTube page as well. Purge and Splurge Thrifting. I've had a pleasure of going to quite a few in the New England/East Coast area, even vending at a few. I'm a big fan of Retro Game Con in Syracuse, New York. Patrick does a great job with this one. Russ, hope you get some rest. You killed it 24 hours long today/yesterday. I had 2 naps so far. We'll see. I still have to pack for Southeast Game Exchange. So we'll see. We'll see when I get to bed. Dave's going to be at my house in T-minus 12 hours. No, less than that.
Less than that. 9 hours.
So we'll see. We also got another Bald Nerd says, so far, I've only been able to attend Retropalooza back in 2019, which was pretty fun. I'm really hoping to make it out to RetroWorld Expo this year. If we were talking toys, I've been to Shop the Curiosity toy show twice so far, and it's amazing. They're doing another one in October, so I'm hoping to make it out again. That was the one you went to, Dave, Shop the Curiosity?
Dude, Nicole, who runs that show, it is the greatest, I would say, like, smaller, and I say small because it is relatively small. It's in like one room, but like the quality of vendors that she gets with vintage toys, it's unmatched. Like, we could talk about Chicago Toy Show because Chicago Toy Show is just a whole other beast with like 9 buildings and multiple days of like doing crazy stuff. But the Shop the Curiosity show, she's been doing it for 5 or so years now. This was the first one I went to. I still have to do the video for it. I'm just like backlogged with the Chicago Toy Show. And I found some really great stuff there that I would not have even expected to find there, and just like on a whim. So I can't wait for the video to come out. But shout out to Nicole for like such an amazing show, because that is probably, like, if I'm talking about like vintage toys, that's a marquee show that you need to go to. And actually, there are some people that are starting to come in from overseas just to go to that show. And so that's a testament of like what she has going on. And there's actually a vendor that came in from the UK as well.
Okay, wow.
Pretty wild. So she's doing really, really well. And she has kind of like another show coming up in October. So I think maybe she might go to 2 times a year, which is nice. It's in Danbury, Connecticut.
Nice.
There you go. We got one more comment. It's a doozy one. It's quite a bit. We're gonna read it. We'll get to it. Appreciate you leaving a well comment here. Pigs 18 is the screen name. Been to a few, primary on the East Coast, and they have all their strengths and weaknesses. My favorites are the ones that don't excel at one thing, but are instead focused on being all around experience. That said, here's the rundown in no particular order. We have the Long Island Gaming Expo in Long Island, New York. What I like, this is the most unique venue, not a convention hall, but a aviation museum.
Cool.
How
Yeah.
often do you get to play a 32X while sitting next to a Mercury capsule? They had great history pieces, including a hands-on console and computer display and a history of Tetris display that I believe was a joint project with the Video Game History Foundation. The selection of guests was varied and the panels were fascinating. What could have been better? The venue is the con's greatest pro and its greatest con. A con.
That's pretty good. I like that.
The choice of venue limits the size of vendor floor and makes it difficult to navigate some walkways. The aforementioned Tetris display had to be shared in its space with the line for celebrity meet and greets. Panels are held in classrooms and a 360 theater, neither of which lend itself to comfortable sight lines or acoustics. Moving on to TooManyGames in Philadelphia. What I liked, the vendor floor is huge. As the name implies, this is the selling point for the convention. The venue consists of 3 large halls and 2 smaller ones, with the vendor floor taking up one of those halls all by itself. Hall 2 was used for guests and tabletop gaming. For board game fans, there was a library where you and your friends could check out a game, play it at the adjoining tables. There was cosplay wrestling in the 3rd hall, and not much else. I'll get back to that. What could have been better? Price. This is a big one. I know a lot of people have been complaining about this one. He says, the admission price is the first thing everyone mentions about this convention. I don't know if it's driven by the rental fee for the expo hall, but it's by far the highest of any convention I've attended. By contrast, the weekend pass for some cons were less expensive than the one-day pass to TooManyGames. All non-voice actor panels were placed in the same area as the free play arcade area, which made it difficult to hear anything. Now, to their credit, I've seen the 2025 floor map, and they moved the free play arcade into the unused 3rd hall and expanded the curtained off areas for panels in the smaller halls. If they refrain from raising prices too much over the next year, I might give this one another shot. And following down with Retro Con in Syracuse, New York, Retro Game Con. What I liked, the variety of panels at this convention was second to none. I sat in a panel room for 3 straight panels for the curator at the Strong Museum, a voice actor, and a psychologist in return for a YouTube content creator. They used their proximity to the Strong Museum of Play in Rochester to their advantage. The vintage computer free play area was extremely nice, and there was a mixture of vendors that I've not seen at other conventions. What could have been better? If you like endless plastic bins of games, this might not be the stop for you. There were a lot of craft vendors, but also a lot of craft vendors that might be better suited for a craft fair than a game convention. I don't know why, besides the obvious joke that so many cons now have craft soap vendor, but Syracuse had enough to fill the church basement. The security line to get in was never contained to the building, so leave early to stand in line. Oh, we did have some replies here. Oh, he jumped in. I guess this is because it's such a long comment.
Wow.
2 more in here. CT GamerCon, Mohegan Sun Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut. What I liked, a great combination of retro gaming, table gaming, cosplay, tournament play, the smaller of the two Connecticut gaming conventions. It really leans its strength in cosplay and tournaments. What could have been better? I think there were two special guests. I wandered around for a little bit to find the arcade free play before realizing it was just two cabinets. Most of the second floor rooms were unused. One could have been open for dining and tabletop play. I wandered much of the casino before realizing that the convention area there were in under the center stairwell, but that's most of the negative of the host venue. I've never been to this one. Southern Fried Gaming Expo in Atlanta, Georgia. What I liked, I loved the feel of the show. There was an anime expo the same weekend, about a half hour up the highway, so it may have hurt the vendor space a bit, but it doesn't show. That's an hour and a half weekend travel as opposed to a weekend Atlanta travel, which get you about 3 exits. The most bang for your buck, the show features something for everyone. There's a hall for tabletop gaming, a room for computer vendors, historic displays, and indie developers. The main vendor room is reserved primarily for retro games and pinball, with free play areas for both. There's an open flea market on Sunday morning. And what could have been better? This is a 3-day con with arguably 2 days of content. It was difficult to find panel rooms in a timely manner. They got a little easier when someone pointed out that the rooms are in alphabetical order. Unfortunately, that's a little more useful for exterior rooms than interior rooms, some of which are easy to walk right past without realizing they are being used for panels. I missed one because it started looking far too late. Portland Retro Gaming Expo in Portland. What I liked, huge vendor floor with an incredible mixture of vendors. Thanks to the folks at Songbird, this is the only convention I have been to with a Nuon presence. Picked up a few souvenirs from the last Blockbuster space, which was a pleasant surprise, as I almost made the 90-minute drive out of my way to go visit the store. I attended so many panels, a huge vendor floor, large pinball free play, courtesy of Stern Pinball, a large arcade free play. I'm told that there was a console free play somewhere in the building, but I never hunted it down. A large tournament area rounds out the space, and a couple great history/museum spaces. Huge variety of special guests and great panels. What could have been better? They could have had less exciting guests on Saturday morning, so I could have spent more time on the vendor floor. The only real issue I had was that the show closes early in the day than other shows on the list. This was a bucket list event, and I might have to put it back on the list. And then we got rounding up here. What we got? 3 more? 3 more.
Oh, wow. Wow.
This is in full detail here.
Are we like,
Right?
I think we need to like release this somewhere. Like, this is amazing.
He put some time into this here. I might
Right?
move it in the podcast a little bit earlier, just so towards the end we have the voicemails and all that. But thank you for writing all this here. This is great.
This is great.
Southeast Game Exchange in Greenville, South Carolina. What I liked, it's a great value, great vendor floor, a decent arcade free play area, and competitions. The Smash Bros. Cosplay wrestling was entertaining way to grab everyone's attention and drag people off the closing vendor floor at the end of the show. This felt like RetroWorld Expo a few years ago, and I could see it following a similar trajectory. What could have been better? I had no idea who half the guests were, as a lot of the hosts of smaller YouTube channels. I don't know if the venue was expecting HVAC issues, but some areas of the building were noticeably hotter than more humid than others. There wasn't really enough to get the average attendee to return for a second day.
Interesting.
RetroWorld Expo, Hartford, Connecticut. What I liked, I will admit to some bias as this is my local con, but after Portland, this is my favorite on the list. RetroWorld Expo doesn't do one thing better than the other shows, but it doesn't do anything poorly either. The console free play area is great, the arcade and pinball area as well, plenty of tournament events, perhaps the best auction of any convention I've been to. There is wrestling as there is at TooManyGames and Southeast Game Exchange, but unlike the others, it's not cosplay based. The selection of panels is pretty variety, and they seem to be really making a push this year to get more attractive to the public. probably the second best vendor floor on the East Coast behind TooManyGames. What could have been better? The main issue is that the wrestling ring is set up near the middle of the floor. If you ever attended live wrestling shows, you know that wrestling rings are very loud. They made better attempts to schedule wrestling around other events at the show, but it would probably be better suited if it was moved to the corner of the facility as it is in Greenville or Philly, as the sound makes it very hard to communicate with vendors and guests. The panel rooms are a healthy walk from the show floor. Finally, no one in the New England likes going to Hartford. And it feels unlike most of the other shows that are promoted in local game stores. People in surrounding areas have no idea the show exists. I also hate wristbands. Bring back real tickets that I can keep in my growing collection of lanyards. And finally, PAX East, Boston. What I liked, okay, not a retro game con, but a game con nonetheless. It's a great place to see some great new indie titles, the latest trends in gaming PCs, and some new tabletop gaming products. The competition areas are really cool, and there were some great and sometimes very innovative products. If you're a New Englander, I think of it as the Big E's better living building of gaming. What, what could have been better?
That's so accurate.
That is accurate. What could have been better? It suffers from the New England mentality of people will just know. If you park in the parking lot, good luck finding the registration area on your first visit. After you pass through security, look for the furthest point in the building.
Yep.
Panels weren't in the schedule section of the website, but in the special guest section. And good luck finding the right hall. An expensive ticket to attend an indie showcase. Side rant. Tabletop game markers. If your game has more than 2 phrases, 3 tops, and 2 different games, I lost track of the number of times my mind started to wander off while a designer was explaining their new game. Then you roll to see if you lost any kittens. If you did, then enter the lost kitten forest, and we roll.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
A decent show that was not very welcoming, and I probably won't attend again unless someone else really wants to go.
That is an extremely accurate review of PAX East.
There you go.
And I've only been there, what, like twice?
Twice, yeah.
Twice, yeah. And then
So-
you just recently went there this year.
Yeah, I actually went out as a media on there, so I put out a video on the channel about that. But yeah, hey, thank you so much for writing those breakdown reviews of game conventions. Maybe you listening haven't been to any of those shows. That kind of gives you a person's insight on what they thought worked at these conventions and what didn't work. This topic here is kind of, we're talking about the conventions we love, some memories about those conventions for sure, and it's great to get input from the community, you guys listening. Let's see, we got any final thoughts, Dave? What do we got?
What do we got?
What do we got? What do we rant next week?
What happened?
I
Did you
hit the
kick
wrong
me
button.
off?
I meant
You
to hit
kicked me.
I hit
You
put
kicked
you
me off.
but I removed you. I want to go straight
Had
to
enough
you.
of you.
He's gonna have to deal with me for 13 hours in the car. So
Good God, I'm sleeping.
yep.
Right.
So next week for our Warp Pipe rental, it's a little tie-in also with our theme main topic next week. We're gonna rent Double Dragon on VHS.
Find the
only way to
VHS.
watch it. Yeah, the only way to watch it. Power, Justice, Darkness, Light. Double Dragon.
Double Dragon. Grab
Check
your
it
copy
out.
of Double Dragon. Check it out.
Do it out.
And if you guys do want to follow us, we all have our own YouTube
Well, wait a minute.
channels.
Oh, we
Whoa,
didn't
what are we
talk
skipping?
about next week's topic.
Oh, the topic too. Yes.
Pump
Okay.
the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Pump the
Let's
brakes. What
go.
are we getting
Let's
into
go.
next week then? I don't even know.
All right, well, next week, because we're doing the rental, right, for
Yeah.
Double Dragon, we're going to talk about video games that have been made into movies and vice versa, the good and the bad. So start thinking about those video game movies or games that got made because of movies, and we're going to talk about it. So
there we go.
And this includes
stuff.
like NES all the
Mhm.
way up to modern, whatever you got. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I know because we got the Back to the Future games on NES. There's that. There's Ghostbusters. There's
a whole bunch.
There's
It's gonna be jam-packed episode.
There's a
Oh, yeah.
jam-packed. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Load it up.
Load it up. Keith, where can I find you? If I'm stalking you.
Well, Retro Cart Collector on YouTube, Retro Cart Collector on Instagram. New video every Sunday. Find me. Check me out.
Check
David,
me
where
out.
do they find you?
Sunday on YouTube. Dave, it's me. I still have the @David Apuzzo. I'm thinking about changing it. I don't know. I'm battling. You guys let me know in the comments if I should change it or not. But Dave, it's me. Got some more Kane County Toy Show videos coming up. There's only a couple left, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
How about you, Russ?
I'll give out 2 of my 9 YouTube channels so you can check out Russ
Going down to
Lyman if you
9
like.
now.
If you like DIY video game stuff, I just did a Jaws NES controller. You can search Russ Lyman Jaws. That will come up. And then I have my retro gaming channel, which is Russly, RUSSLY, all retro gaming content has now moved to that channel there. I'm on Instagram and TikTok as well. Oh, look, there's a sticker that Dave has.
Ooh, look at that.
We
I got
stickers
this.
in.
I was welcomed by a
That was part
table
of your welcome
at
package.
Russ's
That
house.
was
This
your
is part of my
welcome
welcome package.
Russly.
And Russ will have these stickers at Siege.
Southeast Game Exchange.
So there
Sweet.
you go.
All right, guys. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was jam-packed. A lot of great stories we're getting into. And we got new episodes every Saturday, 9 a.m. You can check us out on the weekly warpipe.com. That has all what we're renting, the newest episodes, and all that. And shout out to our channel members on YouTube. You can support the show through YouTube. We got Retroholic 16, Bryce JW, Austin Mills, Fox Driven Retro, and the Wizard J. Thank you so much for the support on your channel memberships on YouTube. Glad you guys enjoyed the podcast there. If you guys do want to sign up, we have a couple tiers. $1 a month, $3 a month. Relatively inexpensive, right? Less than a coffee.
Are those Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the War Pipers.
That was a Breath of the Wild right there.
No, it was Tears of Oh my god.
Thanks for jumping in the Warp Pipe with us, guys. As always, we'll see you on the next level.